Centric family. Tommy Butcher, COO here at Centric, and I have some updates for you all. Let's get started with this. I know we've been quiet for a little while. Most of that is just because we've been working really hard. We did put out the Binance Smart Chain video a couple weeks ago, but I thought it was really important to circle back around and give you all an update on all the things that we've been working on and what we've got moving forward. So let's dig into this. We're going to start out with marketing. We've brought on 2 new hires for marketing. One of them is a marketing manager. They're focused on things like social media, managing marketing projects, basically anything marketing related. They're going to have their hands in it and be involved. We brought on another new hire that is focused on influencer outreach. So their job is to reach out to different influencers, try and find connections there of solid influencers, bring them back to the team so that we can make that deal happen and make that, get that influencer starting working on some Centric work. I do have some numbers for you all when it comes to social media. Again, the last month has been very good. We're up about 20% across all of our channels for total followers, and engagements on Twitter is up 81%. That's about 14,000, a little over 14,000 engagements on Twitter alone in the last month. So great job, team. Keep up the good work. And I know we're just going to go full steam ahead when it comes to our social media and our marketing engagements. Joel's going to be focused heavily on the weekly interviews, podcasts, events, as he's still learning the moving parts of Centric and getting closer to be able to really showcase what an incredible project and opportunity Centric is. See what's next. The blockchain change. Binance Smart Chain jump. We talked about this. We've got a video out there. We've put a blog post out there about it. We've put a news release out there. So we're trying to keep you all as informed as possible when it comes to this. We've gotten our contracts done. We've gotten the audit done. It's passed. I'll go ahead and put a link to that in this video and the comments below it, just in case you haven't seen that yet. But we are moving full speed ahead on our move to Binance Smart Chain. It does take some time, because the one thing you have to understand about Centric is we're not just a concept and a smart chain or a smart contract. If we were just a concept and we didn't have working parts, then sure, we can move really quickly and all we have to do is change our contracts and we're done. But we're a full working product. We have a protocol running. We have all these things built out as far as infrastructure goes. So we need to take the time to develop those and migrate them over properly. This is financial information. It's your money. We want to be really careful with it and make sure that that migration goes smoothly. So I would say, give us a little time to continue working through this. We will keep you updated. It is our number one priority right now as far as development goes. Obviously, sales and marketing is our number one priority when it goes to outreach. But for our developers, they are all working on the Binance Smart Chain. That's what we have them focused on. And also keep in mind that we're not just bringing Centric over, but we're bringing greenhouse staking. We're bringing Moolah.Bet over. And we're making other partnerships out there in the Binance Smart Chain community as well, like Rasta.Finance, which, we released, I think it was a couple weeks ago, where we talked about Rasta and the partnership that we're going to have with them. They're going to be building up, farms and pools. So a lot of exciting things coming with our move to Binance Smart Chain. And I just envision a lot more partnerships going forward. So, keep an eye on that. Again, we're going to keep you involved. We're going to keep you updated as we have things to show. Right now, with some of the development, there's not a whole lot of things to show because it's back-end development. So there's nothing to really show the community. But I promise, as we make progress and we get things out there that you can actually see, it's tangible, we'll keep you in the loop and just keep moving through this process. Let's talk about CenPAY a little bit. As you know, CenPAY is Centric's upcoming payment solution. Through CenPAY, people will be able to pay online and brick and mortar. Businesses will be able to accept Centric as a payment for goods and services. I'm happy to announce that we've also made a full-time hire in the CenPAY area for a sales rep. We have a sales rep focused strictly on sales. Actually, let me take that back. We have 2 sales reps because the new one will be starting this week. So we'll have 2 sales reps focused on CenPAY, focused on general partnerships with Centric. That is their sole job. That's all they'll be doing, is contacting these tier 1, tier 2 companies. And on that note, I have some really, really exciting news. So we have been in talks with a major tier 1 company. When I say major, I mean world known. There's probably not a person in this world that has not heard of this company and their products. We had some initial conversations with those. Those conversations have moved to next steps. I can't disclose who it is. It's a little too early in that process now, and I don't want to risk the partnership, but I can tell you that, they did talk to some other crypto companies. We were the only ones that made it to the next steps. We're in really good conversations with them. I'm super excited about this opportunity. And I think it shows that as we're able to talk to companies and as we're able to present Centric, it makes sense to them and they're willing to take this step forward to at least explore that opportunity. So as we get more into this, we'll get to a point where we'll be able to announce more. Again, I can't say anything else other than think of worldwide company. We're not talking about selling a couple cars for, some Bitcoins here. This would touch probably most every human being on earth in some way, shape, or form. They're just that well known and that ingrained throughout the globe. So it's really exciting that as we were talking to them, they moved us to that next level. And we'll just see where it comes from there. But really, really exciting news. And it also shows that our salespeople are making the right connections. They're out there day in and day out, reaching out to these companies, getting involved with the leadership at the executive level and making those connections and getting those meetings set up. We've got a couple other ones that are really exciting that are still in the works that we're kind of getting through those first phases with as well. Again, can't really drop any names right now, but just watch for Centric over the coming months, years, as this thing starts to come together. I think you all will be really happy that at this point you had enough foresight to come into this project. HitBTC Changelly Pro. We recently launched on HitBTC. Again, that's in our announcements channel. That was a requirements for credit card on-ramp, which we're eagerly anticipating. We were working with Changelly to launch that. Obviously, with the launch of BSC, it doesn't make a lot of sense to launch something right now just to go back and in a couple weeks tell them, oh, hey, redo this all over again for BSC now. So we're continuing to work with them. We expect to launch shortly after we go live on BSC with Changelly, which will allow those credit card on-ramps. Our focus is to provide easier on-ramps for our customers coming into Centric and looking for a quick and easy way to buy Centric with their credit card. Again, this will give us just more exposure and make it easier for people to come on board, especially those people that might not be quite familiar with the exchange process and all of that. They could just use their credit card. They don't have to worry about converting fiat, then converting it to this other crypto, then buying Centric. They could just do it straight through their credit card. So again, really exciting stuff coming up. And we look forward to more of this as we get on Binance Smart Chain and we can continue with these relationships. Let's see what's next. GHS and Moolah. All right, we've kind of already talked about GHS. I covered it in my last video on the Binance Smart Chain, but let's just touch base on it again. GHS we've told them to hold off on launching, and we did this on purpose because it didn't make a whole lot of sense for greenhouse staking to launch while they were still on Tron. People rush in and do their deposits, which is going to have that staking fee. And then in a month or two, we tell them, oh, hey, we moved to Binance Smart Chain. Now you've got to have everybody withdraw, which will again take a fee, and then restake, which will take another fee. It would have been really sloppy. It would have impacted our users. And the last thing we want to do is impact our users like that. So we asked them, hey, just hold off on launching. Why don't you move all of your stuff over to Binance Smart Chain with us? They agreed to do that. And so Greenhouse, again, that is in the works right now. We anticipate their launch shortly after, again, we launch on Binance Smart Chain. Moolah.Bet, the same. We're moving them over to Binance Smart Chain. We did push some major updates, adding about 1,000 additional games and an upgrade to the economic model. I'm told they're focused on a multi-currency upgrades to the jackpot system. If you haven't looked at Moolah yet, I highly recommend visiting the website, reading their white paper. Again, they're going to be coming over with us as well, but Moolah is not going to be impacted. We didn't have to stop anything on Moolah. It still works day in and day out. And just as we do that switch, we'll just flip the switch and it'll be on the next upgrade where they'll be on Binance Smart Chain. Speaking of Moolah, we will be running a July 4th promotion, adding 1 million CNR to the mining pool. So start your mining because that's coming up here shortly. We touched base on Rasta a little bit earlier. That's another partner. Again, we've got that partnership with them with $100,000 each going into that pool, and they'll be building up some of those yield farms. Lots of exciting stuff happening on the Rasta end. Again, since our Binance Smart Chain, we can't do anything with them until after we launch on Binance Smart Chain. You're kind of hearing a repetitive pattern from me here because it's true. Right now, our focus is getting over on Binance Smart Chain. It doesn't make a lot of sense to push anything new out before that. Let's just get over on Binance Smart Chain, and then once we're launched and we're live on that, all these partnerships, all these things that we're doing can just start rolling out, boom, 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 one after the other. Let's see what's next. Crypto donation. So we are hoping to launch with this Q3, Q4-ish, and have some more information and details coming out in the next few months. Again, another exciting opportunity coming at you. Crypto donation. Keep your eyes out for information on that. Cipher Vault, as we've kind of talked about this a little bit. Cipher Vault, they launched last month. We're working closely with the Cipher Vault team on some amazing merchandise designs, and actually I got some cool examples for you all here. Got the Buy, Panic, Hodl, Retire mug here with the Centric Rise. Drink your coffee and think about Centric. And look at this cool thing. T-shirts. All right, so same pattern on there. I've actually been out, we've worn our t-shirt out. It does get attention. People look at it, they're like, oh, that's a really cool shirt. It starts those conversations up where you can talk about Centric, and just kind of get that ball rolling there. The cool thing about Cipher Vault is you can buy the design rights via an NFT. So they're really focused on limited designs per company, creating a limited supply of NFTs. The owner of the NFT gets 10% royalty on all products sold with that design. So great concepts. We're very excited to work with Cipher Vault as a partner. And again, get your merchandise. Really cool stuff. The weekly product demo is going great. Joel's been doing a wonderful job running that. Just expect that to keep going. We do those Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, these are focused on new customers or prospects, people that are looking at Centric, trying to understand what it is, trying to learn how to use the system. They're not AMAs. They're not built for people that really know Centric. If you really know Centric very well, you're probably going to be bored if you go in and watch these. I mean, we welcome you to come in, watch it, be a part of the community. But it's not a question answers. It's not for announcements. We're going to use things like this, videos like this, to do our announcements. The weekly product demo is just that. It's a demo. It's as we onboard new people, as you have people close to you that ask questions. Well, how does the wallet work? How would I buy Centric? This is a great place to send them. Just, give them the time, the date. Like I said, we do them every single Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Joel's been doing a wonderful job with those. We foresee those happening every week for the foreseeable future. So again, if you know somebody that's interested, if you know somebody that's new to Centric, if you've got somebody asking you questions about Centric and how it works and all that, send them to one of these webinars. If they miss one week, they can always catch it the next. As I said, we do this every single Wednesday. So, again, really excited to launch that project off. To close, again, I want to thank everybody for sticking with us through this time. I know we were kind of quiet for a little while. I plan on doing these update videos every couple months. If we do them sooner, then we're just going to run out of things to talk about. I'm going to be looking at a camera. You're going to be looking at a video of me. We're not, we're just going to rehash things that we've already talked about. So I want to give it enough time in between update videos so that we have enough content to fill up that video. And it's worthwhile for you to watch and to share around and really get the community excited about things. So keep an eye out for these. Also, in the next few weeks, give or take, I'm going to be putting together a detailed roadmap video that we'll be working on. This will cover the Centric roadmap in detail and what our plans are and what we're focusing on over the next 10 years. So again, Centric's different than a lot of other crypto projects because a lot of other crypto projects, one, they're a smart contract with an idea and it's vaporware. They don't have anything else. They don't have a working system. They don't have a protocol that works. They're vaporware. Centric, we're a working product. And not only that, the other difference with Centric is we're not just looking for today and tomorrow. We're looking 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years out. We have plans that go way out in the future. So when we look at our roadmap, we don't need to feel the sense of urgency that some of these other projects do, because they don't have that long-term plan. So they have to have that sense of urgency and just continue to try and push stuff out there where we can look at this. We've got 10 years. We know where we're going. Nothing's going to stop that. We're not going to get derailed. And this comes in handy also when we're talking to these tier one companies because they take time to implement. A large company isn't going to just bring new technology on board and launch it tomorrow. It needs to be carefully thought out, needs to be planned, and they want to see a long roadmap because they want to have a feeling of confidence that the company that they're engaging with is going to be there tomorrow and isn't just a fly-by-night, yay, we had a quick pump and now we're gone. And so that's the way that Centric looks at our business. We run this like a large business in the sense that we look to make sure that we have the right spots filled internally. We have leadership meetings and we have these roadmaps that go far out in the future. So keep an eye out. I know I kind of rambled there for a little bit, but the point was that I'll be putting together this video. It's going to be covering over the next 10 years or so, and you're going to have a very good idea of where we're going and why we're doing it. And it might also help answer some of your questions when people come in and they ask, why is Centric doing this? Why isn't Centric doing this? Well, if you understand the full concept and the roadmap, sometimes that'll answer your question itself. So that's all I got for you all now. Again, keep an eye out for more videos like this, and just keep watching Centric as we continue to grow. Very, very exciting stuff coming, and we look to keep having more stuff coming at y'all soon. And again, don't forget, really cool merchandise. That's all I got for y'all. Have a great day. See you.